My next guest is a very talented actor who you remember from the Rocky pictures as Apollo Creed. He's starring in a new movie called Action Jackson. I can't even say Action Jackson. I have to say Action Jackson, like it's in the air. Please welcome Carl Weathers. Good to see you.
Wow! Hey! Ho! My goodness! Good to see you.
Nice to see you. You're one of my favorites. I always enjoy your work.
Works two ways. I can't believe how you keep going and going and going.
That's my Action Jackson schedule. Yeah.
You Action Jackson, I'm all right.
Action Jackson. You have to say it like
You're
that.
Great, man.
Well, thank you. Now you're doing some comedy on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yeah, yes. I did this show, which was absolutely and totally bizarre, and I began to appreciate more and more and more how people who do comedy work.
Well, see, I didn't even know you could sing.
A lot of people didn't. I'm still trying to find out if, in fact, I can sing. I got, you do a monologue on that show, and the whole idea is you want to come out and you want to really enjoy the show. So I came up with this idea, this song I remember from way back when, and then I went traveling all around the country after I did the show, and everywhere I went, people were saying, well, that song you did, where'd that song come from? You got to do this song. And I wound up doing this song, like, everywhere. Suddenly, this song has become like, I don't know, America's song. It's bizarre, but it's like being a kid.
You did some impressions, too.
Yeah,
Did a Jesse Jackson impression?
Yeah, I did on the show. I love it. He laughs at me. I did Jesse Jackson. Well, it worked. I don't know. It just worked.
Yeah, but you see, if people don't laugh, you're much bigger. You can down there and just slap the audience around. People go, oh, we better laugh.
I have so much to live down. I mean, the last thing in the world I want to do is go out there and, I'm trying to entertain them.
No, that's good. Who else do you do?
Oh, well, I do the guys that I love. It's easier to do somebody who's identifiable and somebody who loves you. And people will say right away, well, who do you do? And I say, well, there's a good friend of mine, He's from Austria. And I say, Austria, my friend Arnold.
Oh, that's
Arnold and I, we walk around together all the time, Arnold and I,
Yeah. That's a good Arnold.
But Arnold. And then there's my other friend, because we do these movies together, and yeah, because I want to talk about this friend
like
of mine.
Stallone with a severe cold, apparently.
This is what happens when you come out here, though. My voice is up like 8 octaves from where it normally is.
Let me ask you now, when you do a movie, I saw you, what was that movie, Predator? I saw you with, you had...
Yeah, that was the one.
You had Arnold, and you had Jesse the Body Ventura.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Is there a lot of macho kind of...
Well, it starts out really with just guys who know you got a lot of work to do. But if you get in with these guys, and first of all, I'm really not as physical in some ways as a lot of people would think. But when you're with these guys, you can't help but do any other thing. So we go and we're doing this show and doing Predator, and we're down the jungles of Mexico, and what is there? Arnold carries around about 80,000 pounds of weights with him, right? And he just takes over a portion of the hotel and sits the weights there. So I'm down there, and I'm with, like, Mr. Universe, Mr. Galaxy, Mr. Everything, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I go, this guy's got the biggest arms in the world now. I got to kind of beef up here. I got to pump up a little bit, right?
Oh, yeah, you're a wimp.
So
Good thing I wasn't there. I would have killed myself.
That's right. So Arnold's got the gym, and he's going down at like 4:30 to work out every day before we go shoot. And I figure if I can sneak
in the morning?
In the morning, because we're up at 6 o'clock to go out and work out, right? So I decide I'm going to get up a little earlier. I go in at 4. Well, I find out later that Arnold starts going in at 3:30. I'm going, this is insane. This can't go on. So I figure, okay, I won't get up earlier, but I'll go down go downstairs after we come back in the evening. I'll go run the hill, which is 3.5 miles down and 3.5 miles back up. One day I'm running up the hill, and here comes Arnold, driving by, because he comes in later than me. The next day, Arnold is out running the hill.
Oh, yeah.
So here we are, these two guys are supposed to be actors, right? And it's this competition. Finally, it's like, come on, truce, Arnold.
What you should do is go out, stand by the hill, wait for him to drive by, and then go back to bed. See you later.
But you're smart. That's why you have this job.
Now, do you do a lot of your own stunts in these movies? Obviously, you're in pretty good shape, so do you...
I don't know what else to do. I mean, that's once you do these movies and fans love what you do,
right.
It's like you have to go more and more and more and do more and more and more. So I find myself doing as much as I can. But there's so many great stuntmen around that, when it gets really hairy and scary.
I mean, are you one of these guys? Because even I did a film, and they weren't really stunts, but someone will say, Jay walked through the door. Oh, we have a stunt guy to do that for you. And you feel like,
no, I know.
Do you feel silly not doing your own stunt?
Well, it depends on the stunt. I mean, I've done things that have been incredibly difficult and gotten through it. And I've seen other guys, stuntmen, do things that were not difficult at all. I saw a guy once, I was asked once to do a stunt which was simple. Just run up and jump on a fire escape and climb up the side of this fire escape because it's hanging from a building. Right. Something told me, no, this is not right. Something about this is not right. Stuntman goes and does it. The thing falls off the side of the building. You know? So I go and do these things on top of a car with all these explosions. I come out unscathed. But sometimes the easiest things can appear to be very dangerous.
How about love scenes? You bring in a stunt guy for that?
Only when she has a runny nose.
Right.
That's terrible, I know, that's terrible.
Okay, and we'll be right back after this message.
All right, now, folks. We read about my first guest tonight in a local Kansas newspaper, and she sounded like a more than remarkable woman. She's 105 years old. We thought you might like to meet her. She's from Ellsworth, Kansas. Would you welcome, please, Mildred Holt. Mildred? How are you, dear?
Fine. I remember when you were in New York.
You do?
Yeah.
You watched the show?
Me too.
Yeah, we started the show in New York.
Yeah, you sure did.
Yeah.
I remember both of you.
You remember?
I watched you every time you put the show on.
Yeah, you can remember all the way back to 1962,
You
huh?
bet.
Now, tell me, so are you really... You don't look... Oh, come on, I don't know what somebody 105 is supposed to look like.
You look better than I saw you then.
Yeah. You must have been out nightclubbing someplace in New York at that time. Now, are you really 105? 105 years old. When were you born?
1882. How many have you had that are over 105?
You're the oldest person I have ever met and ever had on this show.
That's the way it is at home. I'm always the oldest one they ever met.
Somebody told me you wanted to ask me some questions. Is there...
Well, I hear you've had, what, 3, 4 wives.
Well,
That's great.
Really?
Good for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mildred. I appreciate that because I don't know. I guess maybe I've just been unlucky in marriage or something.
I know.
And I just keep trying.
I know when you were in New York. I know when he was in New York. I know when you left New York.
Right. Yeah.
So my mind's still working a little bit.
Oh, yeah, your mind is working fine. Yeah. You have any brothers? Were you born in Kansas?
Brothers?
No, you have brothers and sisters?
They were 6 girls and 3 boys.
Yeah.
I was the youngest girl.
You were?
They've all died years ago.
Yeah.
I outlive them all. I'm
sure?
too mean to die.
Well, you're too mean to die. Well, you come from a big... I'm from Nebraska, you know.
I know when you were in Nebraska.
And you remember when I was in New York, too. Yeah.
I remember the show you put on Nebraska.
Oh, yeah, I had a show there, a local show in
Yeah.
Omaha and Lincoln. Now,
And Nebraska's right next to Kansas.
yeah, we're...
You can't say anything about Kansas tonight.
No, Kansas, good state. Good state.
I met a man at the hotel, and he said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Kansas." He said, "Oh, my goodness." That made me mad.
Well, he's some... Definitely not a nice person to say that.
I thought that was awful.
Yeah.
He forgets that Kansas produces more wheat than any state in the Union.
Absolutely. That's right.
That's where your bread comes from.
Yes, the breadbasket of the country is in Kansas. Right. Did you know that most people...
Of course, the trouble is they can't get any money for the wheat.
She likes people closer to her in old age. She's talking to you. Well, Nebraska produces a lot of corn.
Oh, I know they do.
A lot of corn.
And they just had a 7-inch rain
Really?
yesterday.
Did they need it? Yeah, pretty dry?
I don't think they needed it.
Yeah.
We don't need it either. When we left Wichita, all the streets were flooded.
Yeah. Well, that's enough rain then for a while, right? What's the first thing you remember as a child? How far back do you really remember?
Well, I remember our first automobile was 1914. And the first plane, I don't remember when the first plane came out. Must have been
early 1900s, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Did you ever fly in an airplane?
Yes,
you flew
all
out
the
here.
time. Every time I get a chance.
Yeah.
I fly to Birmingham, Alabama, where my daughter lives, and 8 grandchildren.
Now, how old's your daughter now?
That one is 46.
46. What's
My
your...
youngest one. I have a son that's 80, and
How is Sonny anyway? Is he doing all right?
well, he took me to the airport and put me out.
Okay, I'll tell you what, we're going to take a pause here. You know, we have to stop occasionally for a commercial.
I know you do.
You know we do. Then we're going to come back and we'll talk some
Yeah.
more, huh? Okay, you're fun. All right, we'll be right back. Stay where you are. Okay, we're back now. If you just joined us, we're talking with, may I call you Mildred?
Yeah,
Mildred
sure,
Holt from
I like that.
Ellsworth, Kansas, 105 years old. And we asked Mildred if she would like a little drink or a little water or something, and you said you'd like a highball. Now, that's Midwestern expression,
That's
for
right.
sure. That's a Midwestern expression.
That's right.
Do you have a little taste of,
I wish you would.
can I see what you drink?
Sure. I'd like to have you drink most of it.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
They don't get it at home in Kansas.
You don't get it? Is Kansas still
Not
dry?
very often.
Oh.
They have wine and beer, and I don't like either one.
Yeah.
And I don't have this very often, just for a dinner party.
So when you get out of states, it's
You
walk off.
bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You be staying here long, will you, Mildred?
Act up when I get out.
She knows a drinker when she sees one, too. Well, that's good. I think a little alcohol is good for the blood.
I know it is.
It's a blood thinner. And they say a certain amount is good. So,
Gives you a little pep.
you betcha.
You bet.
What's an average day for you like? What time do you get up in the morning?
I get up at 8.
8 o'clock.
I eat my breakfast. I dress and then go eat my breakfast. Then I go shopping.
Yeah. You
And
eat your
I
breakfast
get-
before you dress?
No, I come down all dressed
Oh, okay.
every morning and eat my breakfast. Grapefruit, coffee, toast, sometimes eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I make out my list and go shopping and buy what I need, meat and potatoes and fruit and
Booze.
so on and so forth.
You don't drive a car, do you?
No, I had to quit 2 years ago, and that broke my...
They made you quit driving when you were 103?
Yeah.
Why
you
did they-
know why?
No.
One car died on me. It just... it was worn out, and
Yeah.
I bought a Chevy with steering brakes and all that. I wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
I had my son-in-law in with me. We started out. Here was a stop sign.
Yeah.
Here was my car and one back of me. I threw the brake on, threw him up against the windshield. He said, "You're going to kill somebody or
Yeah.
yourself."
Yeah, well, you had those new power brakes.
Yeah,
You
power brakes. I took the car home, put a sign up for sale.
Yeah. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah. Your passengers wouldn't be here today for sure. Somebody said you like to play cards.
I love to
What do you play,
play
bridge,
cards,
poker,
and
or
I
what?
always play to win.
You do. What do you play? Bridge, poker?
I play bridge, pitch, and some penny ante.
Yeah.
But mostly bridge. I belong to a duplicate club, and they're all listening tonight.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Well, good for them. Good for them.
I think I'm shocking you.
Do you watch television at all?
All the time.
Yeah.
I watch 60 Minutes.
That's good.
As the world turns, but I get provoked with them.
You get provoked?
Too much kissing.
Too much kissing. Do you think there's too much sexual type of things on television?
Yeah. I'm too old to like that.
Well, what do you think about nudity in movies? They have motion pictures
I don't
now.
like it.
You don't care for it?
No.
Yeah. You wouldn't go to see a picture where?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well,
What's... What do you... Now, are you familiar with Jim and Tammy Baker?
oh, I don't like him at all. I think they ought to string him up.
You ought to string him up, huh? Well, that's might be a little going overboard, but don't... How about the president? The President Reagan?
I like President Reagan.
Good.
But since he's had so many nose operations, he's not quite as good as he was.
Oh, you think because of too much surgery on his nose?
I think his first 4 years were great. Of course, I am a Republican.
Oh, you are, huh? Who was the first candidate you ever voted for? Do you remember?
Theodore, let's see, the first one is Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt.
And he was a marvelous person.
He was a good president.
He
huh?
went to Spain and won the war in a month.
That's right. Yeah. Well,
I had a boyfriend, 16, 18, that was going to go, and I thought, oh my, how terrible. But it was all over in a month.
yeah. Was that the fellow you married?
No, I married William Holt from West Virginia, and he's a spinning age of President Wilson, but much better looking.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, your husband's
Really,
not.
the two of them look just alike.
Yeah. Your husband's not still living, is he?
No, he died 22 years ago.
Yeah.
And I've battled my life ever since.
Did you ever think of remarrying?
No.
Well, you thought it was all right
Never
for.
had a chance.
Never had a chance. Well, you thought it was all right for me to get
Oh,
remarried.
it is, because you're young.
Yeah.
I'm old.
Well, you're a remarkable old person. If there's
You
any.
never had anyone so old.
Yeah, I guess you're right there, Mildred. When's the last time you were in California? Have you been to California before?
Oh, yes. My sister lived in Long Beach.
Uh-huh.
That was, 25 years ago, and I'd come out, and then I visited in Fresno.
Mm-hmm.
I had Rockefeller, the rich Rockefeller daughter, or granddaughter, or cousin, or something. I'd come visit her.
Yeah.
Because they used to live in Kansas.
I see.
They owned a ranch there.
I see.
Then I visited San Francisco once, a PEO convention.
Yeah.
Maybe you have PEOs here tonight.
Is that the Elks you're talking?
That's a great organization that put girls through college.
Oh, I wasn't familiar with that. Well, you're a remarkable lady, and it's nice to have you out here with us.
Thank you. And if
Are you going to watch our show occasionally from time to time?
am. And I watched it until I decided I better go to bed at 10 o'clock. Get my rest.
Get your rest. Well, it's nice having you out here, Mildred. Are you going to stay a few days in California?
Going to Kansas tomorrow.
Going to Kansas tomorrow. Well, you take this with you. But thank you for being with us. You're a lovely lady. You stay right there. We'll be back in a moment. My next guest will be appearing at the Sahara for 1 week from Christmas to New Year's. A heartwarming time for him to be there.
That's right.
Bring a little joy into everybody's
Santa
life
Claus.
at the holiday season. Would you welcome Mr. Warmth, Don Rickles?
I just took George in his car and told him where he was.
I got him out of here before you got out.
He was a sweet man. He went back. He said, Dan! I kicked him in the leg and he went away. He's a charming man. I'm going to put him in a home so he don't bother anybody.
George is very nice.
He's a sweet man.
Don't you just hope we get to be that age?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not. Well, you will because you have nothing on your mind. We all have responsibilities and family. You got $6 million to sit out the beach and go, another beer, Mary! And he's not even married to Mary. Joanna's the wife.
That's right.
Yeah. She wasn't at the affair last night. I hear the jewelry tarnished and she couldn't show up.
It was going to be a long evening. She was a little tired, that's all.
Freddie doesn't laugh anymore since he knows the president-elect.
That's right. He's very
Just sits there going, I'm going to get rid of him and sit in the White House. All right, Mr. President, pass the beer. How you feel, Ed?
Fine, thank you.
Spoke to Johnny. He's getting rid of you. Anyway, now that it's an hour, he feels he can do it all alone. He don't need you anymore. Sit on those big beer trucks going, move him out, boys, move him out.
How you feeling tonight? Last night we did an affair together for Sammy Davis Jr. for the Friars. You had, and you still have a little bit of it, you had a very bad case of bronchitis, laryngitis?
Yeah, but how are you going to say to Sammy you can't show up? You know, they'll move into the neighborhood.
That's right.
But it's a little humor. I don't want to get 4 letters. I love the black people. I have Harry Goins has been my black...
Been with you for a long time.
Yeah, 20... You want to buy him?
No.
Anyway, he's beautiful, and we've been together
sure.
for some 22 years, and we love each other. And it was a great night for Sammy. It really was. And your monologue, I got to tell you, and then we won't be too nice anymore because it blows the whole image. Your monologue was magnificent. The one line, tell them the one line about the pick fair. I think that's a classic. If
they have to know the person I'm talking about.
You must tell them.
Jerry Buss, for example, is a very wealthy individual who owns the Lakers. I guess he owns World Team Tennis out here.
And the world.
Yeah, a very rich young man. And he just bought Mary Pickford and Buddy Rogers' home called Pick Fair. So I announced last night at the end of this affair for Sammy that I had an additional surprise for him from the Friars, that Jerry Buss was going to buy him and put him on his front lawn at Pick Fair. Those are the kind of lines you do.
And Sammy did a great thing. He walked out.
You were funny last night. It was a good evening.
Well, you know, it's so funny when we go to these dinners, and you and I discussed it. You know, you go to the dinners, and when it's a friend, as Sammy is, to all of us, you know, it's so tough because you got to sit there for hours and hours. You know, Mayor Bradley was up there making a speech, and Alhambra was on fire. He was saying, I'd like to say, Sam, and 3 guys from engine companies came in with hoses. Mayor, Alhambra!
He got on the mayor.
Let me just give him the plaque, and then we'll get the hell out of here, you know.
You got on the mayor pretty funny last night.
Well, it was, he's a beautiful guy. He really is. You know, it's great to see a mayor sit at the dais and tap dance while you're talking. You don't see that too often. I mean, he was a wonderful guy. He really is.
You know what I want to ask you about?
Surely.
That's
the whole idea. We're not going to sit here and stare at each other's outfits.
That's right. That is a cute outfit. As you get older, you start to go for the sports jacket and slacks.
Yeah. And as you get older, you start to go for those Mickey Mouse suits.
What are you talking about?
Now, this is the toy Johnny Carson outfits that are made in Buffalo for $2. With the thin lapels and the cute little shirts, and in the back he has a fake dickie and there's no outfit. No fly, no front, just a little... Underneath he's wearing jeans and a dead cowboy suit.
A dead cowboy suit?
Yeah, well, they don't know.
Of course, I understand that. Never ask you what you mean.
We're not going to make this a question and answer.
That's
Hit the buzzer and win 2 trips to a luau. That's an island.
You went to England and you entertained for the royal family?
Shut up, Freddie. If you knew more than me, you'd be a guest. Anyway.
You don't see him over here.
No. That's right. I love that. Ever since he did Bozo, he's drunk with power.
It's Bonzo.
Bonzo. Here's your Bonzo. Bonzo this. Bonzo. Bozo. It's the same darn thing. Bonzo. I don't follow apes. I'm a Jew. We own the whole zoo.
What do you know from one little
That's
ship?
right.
That's right. You went to England to entertain the royal family? Princess Margaret?
It wasn't exactly that way, John.
Yeah.
What happened was Bob Hope, who was a personal friend of yours and mine.
Certainly.
Does he know you?
Yes, he was quite.
Probably saw you on one of the floats. Anyway, as you can see, I got the Doc Holliday disease.
Yes. Consumption there.
Yeah, Vic Mature falling off the cab. Pow! Anyway, so we went to London with Bob Newhart, who was great because he takes care of the luggage and the passports. He keeps going, you can come into the country. Anyway, and that's in England, and they talk like that because they're all from India. Welcome to our country. Anyway, and they all got turbans on their head. Mem Sahib, welcome to our country. And Margaret Thatcher is on the corner going, don't talk like that. Anyway, I give her a cookie and she goes away. She's really... Well, we had a wonderful time.
Tell us about it.
We went to the Ambassadors and had a few drinks, which you don't drink anymore, and you don't drink anymore. May God give me a stroke if they don't drink. Anyway, so we went to the Ambassadors, and Bob had a scotch, and I had my few vodkas, and we enjoyed. And then we did the gala. The opening night was the gala. It was 4 days of golf. My wife said, Barbara said to me, listen, we never get a chance. You never do these things. And you don't like those things. You don't like golf competition. No. I know that. Or bowling. Ed goes to anything. A dead moose hangout. Anything, you know. 2 falcons in heat on a road he shows up for, you know. But I don't usually do that. I'm very self-conscious about that. And my golf, you know, I love to play golf. And I'm not too good at golf.
You're terrible.
Right. Good. You didn't have to zap it in that strongly, but I am terrible. But I love it. It's the whole idea. I'm not in competitive competition.
Right.
So I got to the golf course, and the punchline was 15,000 people are watching. We were up all night at the Ambassadors, a wonderful club in London, with John Hill, who was like the Sydney... Is it John Hill?
John Mills.
John Mills, sorry. And he's like the Sydney Grinch. Going, we're going to have the pheasant under the duck. And Bob Newhart, who's a wasp from the Middle West, kept saying, do you have a Pepsi? I
gotta do a commercial? Yeah. I gotta do a commercial.
Sure, to keep that big estate going.
That's right.
So those hunting dogs don't die.
Now, I want to know, in the time we have left, how Princess Margaret reacted to you, not having probably known you and knowing your humor.
Well, what happened, in all fairness, Bob Hope presented me like, and as always, as you know, it's a custom for some reason, which I'm flattered by, and you've, and I've said this many, many times, you've been my ace in the hole, the guy that got me really rolling in this television world. And so they knew me from your show over in England. That's the truth. And Dean Martin's show. That's the 2 things they knew about me. And Bob said, and now, again, you know, at midnight, after everybody had 88 drinks, and all the British comics got up, and they're lovely, you know, Jimmy Tarbuck and Bruce Forsyth, and they said, and guys, and this is similar, exaggerating, went, and 2 guys went for an ale in a bucket, and set them on with a tuppence too, and a mother fell, and a queen fell, and a tuppence. Aho! 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 And I said, my hand to God, John, I said to my wife, I got to get a triple vodka. Get me anything. I'm not an alcoholic, but I need something. And Newhart had already been off, and Bob did his adorable thing, which he does. He does it so great, the telephone thing, which they can all communicate with.
Right.
And Bob said, and now a guy that's going to destroy an in the hair. Is somebody going to destroy us, you know? So I walked out, and I said something about the Queen. I said, Your Majesty, forgive me, and blah, blah, blah. I said, look, how'd you get all the jewelry? How'd you get so rich? And blah, blah, blah. My mother's living in 2 rooms in Miami. You have a big house with a flagpole, and I'm getting fed up, and boom, you're sitting here laughing, and they're all going, aho, aho. And they keep checking with her to see if it's funny, you know? And she was sitting there quietly having her martini going, aho, aho. And the whole evening, everybody's going, aho, ho, 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 ho. So I didn't know where the hell I was. I kept going, aho, ho, ho. And Newhart kept saying, get the cab, get the cab. Punchline, show's over, we sit down, I said to my wife, as we all do, we have 3 of us being married, and the wives really have a lot to say. And my wife quietly said to me, absolutely good, just cool it. Just cool it, be relaxed, you did good. Boom, I said, Barbara, I'm so nervous. She said, forget it. Guy comes in and said, would you come and meet Her Majesty? Her Highness, she'd like to meet you. I said, who? What? Who she want to meet? And my wife said, it's us, dummy, it's us. Boom.
This is Princess Margaret.
Princess Margaret. And we walk over, and I say, Your Highness. And the first thing out of her mouth is, that's my sister. And I went, and I said, oh, pardon me. So we sat down, and it was only us.
Yeah.
And the Secret Service, their Scotland Yard, you know, and they all have white gloves and a lot of dickies that are popping up. And we sat down and we had a lovely discussion. And she said, "How's your mom?" I said, "How's your mom?" And we discussed this, and we chit-chatted it. And I gave her a recipe for a Jewish message, and she did. She said, "Really?" And we did, how, and we walked away. And I said to Barbara, "This broad's rich."
So they done you.
Really rich. And we had a ball.
That's wonderful. We'll be right back. Dr. Lennon Smith is with us tonight. If you haven't met him, he has his television show is not as long as yours, special. It's a matter of fact, it's a minute and a half. Syndicated television messages throughout the country called House Calls. He's been with us before, and he'll be with us again. Would you welcome Dr. Lennon Smith? Congratulations on your master's win
the other night, and they had a little review of about a book by Lord Trimmingham called The Go-Betweens. And it said, and I thought, this is the answer to all pediatricians. We should know this and have it on the wall. It said, Lord Trimmingham said, the lady is never wrong. Now, I've found that, my wife has been telling me that for years, but if you don't see it in print, why, you usually don't get that message. Now, when a woman brings her child in the office and said, he's sick, you know, he's sick, and you keep looking until you find he's sick, or you make him sick or something, but because the kid is sick. And you can't examine him and say he's not sick, because they'll go to another doctor, and that's bad for business. So you find that he's sick, or you find he's got pinworms, or, you know, there's something that's going on with that child, because the mother knows best. It's really, when the baby has come from her, she's lived with this kid for 24 hours a day, and the father brings the kid and said, my wife says he's sick, looks okay to me. So, and so he's not, you know, but we believe the woman, and it really makes some sense. And we've been, the times that we're burned are the times we don't believe that woman. So for heaven's sake, if a woman comes on and says something, believe her. You just nod your head. It's not being henpecked. It's just, it's God's truth. They've got some message that God gave to them, that's when they say something. My wife says that the bad behavior of our children is from the bad genes from the father's side of the family, and it's often true. You get women's response.
Did I ask you a question yet?
Yes, you asked me if I've been reading things.
Yes. Okay.
I interrupted you.
No, you didn't interrupt me at all. I just, hello, doctor, and you were on Western Airlines with Lord Trimmingham or somebody.
So you did get it. Did you listen? That's
Lord Trimmingham.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course. I didn't. I wasn't aware that he had said that.
Did you also know that he said that?
Yes,
if you'd flown
among other things, I'm
known
sure.
That Portland, Oregon was just about wiped out. We just, we were on the map. Hooray for Portland. We've got ice up there that you wouldn't believe. And
I believe it if you tell me.
My wife, again, who believes in, you know, sometimes she thinks I'm okay. She said, you know what's happening tonight? Because we were in 39 degrees huddled in around those.
Below zero.
You know, around this kind of, this package that doesn't burn well.
Right.
And she said, you know what we're doing? We're talking. Because we're usually watching TV or complaining or talking on the phone. We were talking to one another.
Right, that's good.
And that's, you know, sort of bad weather forces people to get close together. So I think that is good.
What's new in medicine?
Well, we've got a flu going around that you wouldn't.
Flu. Let's get on. Flu's a good subject.
Flu. Yes, the flu is very bad.
Why can't they cure the flu, doctor?
Oh, we can.
Oh,
yes. You just
keep
ahead of it, freeze it out.
Now we have what they call a Russian-type flu now, right?
That's right. Yeah.
And what's the Russian?
Burbank flu and there's a Portland flu. They're all rated the same. Basically, it's a high fever and a headache, and your eyeballs hurt, and you don't want to move.
The old hurting eyeball syndrome.
Yes. And then the fever comes down, and then there's this kind of cough that goes on for 7 days. So it's a 10-day illness. It's a very standard type of illness.
And there's nothing you can do to shorten the time at all? There is, of course, a lot of things you can do.
He's
going to tell you some of them.
The best cough syrup was that gin, lemon juice, and honey.
Lemon juice, and honey?
You know, we ran out of that one night, and the kids came in and were standing and barking by the bed one night, and I had to give them, I didn't have the right ingredients, so it was bourbon and some antihistaminic and some molasses. It was so bad, they never complained again. So if you make the cough syrup taste too good, they're in there every 20 minutes, you know, coughing and barking and stuff. So you have to kind of watch that. But it does work if you know it's coming.
You have a question for the doctor, Richie, about children have any ills, Rich? I mean, since the doctor's here, you can save a house call.
My experience has been that kids that are blue-eyed are more likely to get beaten by their grandmothers because they're more likely to be have bad behavior. But he's we'll give him some cough syrup.
Guess his kids are all well. Tim, do you have anything wrong with your kids at home?
Oh, I'm sorry. Just
Yeah, I'm doing some research on.
I just wondered if you had an opinion on it.
I'm doing some research on people that end up as they have. That people like this are more likely to have been very ticklish as little children. Were you ticklish? Were you ticklish?
No.
Only developed lately.
It means that.
Why? Do you mean those of us who are a little crazy
are more likely to be sensitive? It's just a little rule, and you notice the stethoscope, and we can't feel the.
Wait a minute, Richie's going to do the famous trick with a handkerchief. Excuse me, I thought you were going to do that famous magic trick that you do at parties, but I guess not.
I have
just blew his nose. That's it.
My work with children who give teachers trouble in school are that they're very ticklish, sensitive, goosey kind of kids, and I've invented but I can't patent. It's a long pole with a lot of feathers hanging down. The teacher.
That sounds like fun.
First day of school has the kids all has the kids all lie down supine on the floor, naked preferably, and she lowers this pole with the feathers on it, and see which kids break first, and those are the ones that are going to have trouble. No, they seem to have more trouble, but we
hypersensitive children.
Hypersensitive children are more likely to have trouble in school. So we'd like to isolate them or find out because there's some things we can do. But if we haven't gone too far past the flu, I could go back to that because there are some people who
you can go back to Sir Firmingham if you want to, Trimmingham.
Back out. But some people do respond to vitamin C, and it might be worthwhile to take enough.
Vitamin C?
Yes.
Can you take too much of it?
Oh, sure. Your body will respond. I had a woman tell me that it didn't work. Her child kept throwing it up as fast as she was getting it down, but she was doing something for the child. And that's important, too, that you feel that you can't just sit there and see your child get sick. But there is a point. If your child has pneumonia and it's blue and has 105, well, you're not going to sit around and give it vitamin C. You might, but do it on the way to the doctor. There's sort of a limit to this health thing. I agree with many of the health concepts, but there's a point when you.
Now, how would Richie tell if his kid was turning blue?
They have ways. They have ways.
I can see it. You can see.
I've had many black people come in with a child and say, "See the rash?" And I say, yes, of course, just to point out a typical spot, and they will. And oh yes, we see a lot of that. And I don't know. I don't do very well with. I know about ashing, though. Is that okay? That's okay.
Well, enough of that. When it's kicking up again. Do you like to when you're examining a child? Is it better to have the parents in the other room?
No. We try to have them in the office there with us, because we can save some time and ask questions, and the child usually is a little happier if They often feel the parents have abandoned them, and that's sort of a dirty trick. We try not to try to get through the whole exam without the child crying, which is another kind of a trick. When they get to a certain age, maybe after they're 12, 13, or 14, it's amazing how much they'll let us look at things in their body, but not their parents. So we're kind of hiding in the corner there. Now, let me take a look at this and that.
You do a lot of that, Doc?
You do a lot of that. Well, it's true. Most doctors go into medicine because they're peeping Toms.
Really?
Yeah. And they get paid for their
You heard it here first.
We're
going to take a break. We're going to come right back, folks.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
From Hollywood, The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson. This is Ed McMahon, along with Doc Severinsen and the NBC Orchestra, inviting you to join Johnny and his guests, James Garner, Suzanne Plachette, Robert Klein, and Jack Haley Jr. And now, here's Johnny.
Thank you. Well, I want to say thank you. You don't have to do that. Settle down. Well, as Patrick Henry once said, give me liberty or give me a drink. Remember? Patrick said that right before he said, what's going on tonight? Sounds wild here. What? Streaking. We have not had a streaker on.
No.
No, this is a little... I never hope to see one. No. What's going on? I didn't know Ernest and Julio had junkets. What's just going on here tonight? Well, this is the monologue, my favorite part of the show. My second favorite thing is streaking barefoot through a cow pasture. And if you've never streaked through a cow pasture, you don't know what I'm talking about. You know something? NBC is smart to schedule me after the news. You know, after the news, anything sounds good, even the monologue. It's a little depressing today. Well, there's good news and bad news. The bad news is it's income tax time, and the good news is that means we're all thinking like Nixon. I'm going to, what is it, April 15th, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
It's a little painful this year. As a matter of fact, they refer to it now as Preparation HR Block. That's what they...
Yeah.
I had a business manager today because at the end of the year I try to figure out all my deductions, and I've got, you know, my business manager, Bert Bushkin. Bert Bushkin is one of the shrewd business managers of all time. You know what he wanted to do with all my money this year? Take all my extra money and put it into a chain letter.
Good old Bert.
Bert's not funny, but he has some... He had another great idea. He got me into a big man's clothing shop in Tokyo. Okay, moving along now. I wish I could come up with some happy news for you tonight, but nothing in the paper is very cheery. Milk is going up 10 cents a half gallon. How does that grab you? Yeah, 10 cents a half gallon. Price of beef is going up. Farmers are doing well. I met a farmer today. He wanted to kill the front half of his cow. So you see, he could keep the milk. I wish I could have killed the front half of that joke. Hey, speaking of streakers, and somebody did a moment ago, did you see the latest one? Golf tournament? Was that the Heritage Golf Classic this week? There was a streaker, Johnny Miller, who won the tournament, was out in a sand trap, and two people streaked in front of him. Just as he'd yelled four, strangely enough. Oh, what else would he yell? Six? I mean, they came out. I mean, it was an open tournament, but I think it was a little too far. Actually, it threw some of the golfers off. At the next green, Arnold Palmer got so upset, he marked his ball with his underwear instead of a marker. That's what he did. Well, what else is... Oh, here's some good news. Was in the paper today. Scientists think they have found a way to keep people living.
Would you like a tum?
What? No,
would you like a tum?
A little indigestion there. It's $1.98 heartburn. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, if you're interested, they think they can keep people living by lowering their body temperature. Normal body temperature is what, 98.6, something like that? They have found out, only in mice so far, that if they lower the body temperature like 86 degrees, you could live to be 200 years. Isn't that fascinating?
What, crawling around like that?
What? No. They're just trying it on mice. That doesn't mean that you're going to crawl around. I don't know what our... I like the idea of the last 100 years of your life gumming ice cubes, though, just to keep the temperature down there. You know what that means? I'll be paying alimony for another 160 years. All right. Tonight, you sound good. This should be fun tonight. Incidentally, we're not in our regular studio. This is, who works here? Red
Dean
Fox?
Martin.
No, Red Fox doesn't work anywhere.
Dean Martin.
Got no window. I can't work in here.
Dean.
We're in Dean's studio.
Right.
Yeah, all right. So we'll be here for how long?
2 weeks.
Stuffies, Fred, we'll be here how long?
2 weeks.
Studio.
2 weeks.
Two
2 weeks.
Anyway, tonight we have, did you tell them?
Yes, but you may repeat it.
All right, we have James Garner with us tonight. Yeah. Suzanne Plachette.
Yeah.
Robert Klein.
Yeah.
And Jack Haley Jr. is going to produce the Oscar show, come up next Tuesday. He's got some film clips of some of the strange, kind of unusual things that have happened on Oscar telecast the past, how long ever they've been doing it. And some film from the early days. Anything else I'm leaving out?
Oh, yes, we have a visitor, but we won't announce him now.
Well, it may be safe with this crowd. Thank you for coming. We'll be with you in just 1 minute. We'll be back right after this message from Sears.
Sears Lady Kenmore compactor turns this much garbage, 15 bags full, into one neat little package. Bottles, bones, cans, and all. And Lady Kenmore deodorizes while it compacts as much or more garbage than a family of 4 piles up in a week. But it won't work until the hidden key lock is turned on. 15 bags full into one leak-resistant package you dump once a week. Sears compactors clean up after more American families than any other compactor.
Sears Lady Kenmore dishwasher. Gives you freedom from scraping, freedom from pre-rinsing, because it has 2 hot water jets that scour dishes and a stainless steel pulverizer for soft food waste. We call Sears Lady Kenmore the Freedom Maker, because it gives you freedom to do more important things.
Ladies and gentlemen, what excitement. Visiting us from the East, here in the West. See what I mean? Haven't even announced this person, but yet already excited. The famous seer, sage, soothsayer, all-knowing, all-teaching, all-omniscient, and former massage parlor trainee, Karnak the Magnificent! All right, Karnak. I'm always tempted to help you, but I know I must not lay hand on your person.
One does not. Is it against our religion?
Yes, it's a violation of some sort.
That is true.
Yes. Welcome once again, O soothsayer, O sage, O seer. I hold in my hands the envelopes. These envelopes have been hermetically sealed. Kept in a mayonnaise jar on Funkenwagnall's porch since noon today. No one knows the contents of these envelopes. But you, in your divine and mystical way, will ascertain the answers without having aforeseen the questions.
Sounds impossible.
But you, in your impossible way, will do it. The first envelope, hermetically sealed.
I will divine the answer to this question.
Kept in a mayonnaise jar. On Funkenwagnall's porch.
And I will give you the answer, having not seen the question.
Since noon till day.
Cry rape.
Cry rape.
Okay. What should you do when you pay for gas? Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
That's what I said. What set Matt Dillon's underwear on fire? the naked and the dead. What do you see if someone is streaking forest lawn? May a desert vulture mistake you for his favorite rock.
That tickled my risibilities.
Well, you should have your risibilities tickled. Dennis Weaver.
Dennis Weaver.
Who can patch up your Dennis? May a diseased holy man wrap his figs in your omelet. The streets of San Francisco.
The streets of San Francisco.
Where won't you find Mrs. Alioto? The Odd Couple. Name two people who can get gas today. A shareholder.
A shareholder.
What did Sonny Bono used to be? Super Dad. What did you say when your mom is pregnant? Super Dad. A Thousand Clowns. Who are under indictment in Washington?
I hold in my hand the last envelope.
May your only son become a goalie on a nudist hockey team. A losing streak.
A losing streak.
Describe a man running naked after chugging prune juice.
Thank you. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this word from one of our sponsors.
No matter what your husband thinks you do, Mondays are busy. So, who has time to cook fancy? Of course, that means Monday dinner can be pretty blah. Well, here's a fast, easy way to stop the Monday dinner blast. Banquet Heat and Serve fried chicken. Crisp, evenly fried chicken in minutes. Children will be delighted. And your husband will be absolutely transformed. So stop the Monday dinner blast. Serve Banquet fried chicken.
It's in your grocer's freezer.
There are contact lens solutions made for wetting, or soaking, or cleaning, or cushioning. And then there's LensMate, which does all these things. So you only have to buy one bottle. You can even use LensMate directly in your eyes to relieve discomfort or dryness. And with every package of LensMate you buy, you get a contact lens carrying case absolutely free. If you wear contact lenses, why not try a bottle of LensMate? It makes care of your contacts simple and easy.
Oh, we're back.
Yes.
Got rained out in Florida, you were saying?
Both Doc and I.
Whatever.
Doc was down outdoors. I turned out to be outdoors. I was down for the Pinellas Association for Retarded Children Saturday night.
An outdoor show?
Outdoor show on the terrace. Lovely. It looked beautiful. And now, it never rains in Florida, as you know. Once in a while, they have a monsoon.
Right.
And they had one Saturday night. My tuxedo, when I was through, looked like I borrowed it from Mickey Rooney. Just awful. He was out. We had to continue. You were outdoors, right?
Yes, I played in Tampa Stadium.
Yeah.
His son, you heard about that?
Yeah, he won.
Won the jumping, the junior...
Yes, the Tampa Invitational, International Invitational or something like that.
It's the jumping, right?
Yeah, right
the horses.
over the fences and all that.
And Doc's son came in first place. Isn't that great?
That is great.
Anything else to report?
That's
Shall we
it.
plunge ahead? We have Jack Haley Jr. with us tonight, who's got some... We were watching this afternoon. Some of the people. It's really rather nostalgic. I think taken in... Must have been the late 30s, sometime in the 30s, I would guess. No later than the late 40s. Of some of the first films of people going to the Oscar cast. It's fun to sit and see how many of you can recognize, because they all look like... Gary Cooper looks like a kid film like that. And then some of the crazy things that have happened where somebody has got the wrong award, and one of them, the person didn't show up at all. They announced the winner, and the winner never did show up.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And Sammy had the first time somebody gave him the wrong envelope for the wrong category. Just little disasters. Remember a few years ago when the podium sank?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Bob Hope was out there, somebody was talking, and the podium just disappeared
into the ground.
So we've got some of those film clips to show you. We have Robert Klein, Jimmy Garner, and this lovely young lady, who's a fine actress. She plays Bob Newhart's wife, Emilia, on the cleverly enough title, The Bob Newhart Show. Would you welcome... You're a little dingy. No, dingy's not a nice.
She's not dingy.
Well, I mean dingy, I mean outgoing,
She's
gregarious.
outgoing, but she's very lovely.
I'm not dingy.
I know that. That's what I said.
Would you welcome the dingy, Suzanne Plachette? I was right. Are you going right to bed from here or what?
I'd like to. Take a little nap.
Yes, they look like pajamas.
Wait a minute.
I mean,
I
what
never
you...
can handle this right. How's that?
Very chic pajamas.
Something always gets caught where it shouldn't.
Well, yeah.
Elegant?
Yes, it is. What, how do they describe that in the women's wear? I mean, what would this be? A lounging,
It's probably what's wrong with this picture, everything.
No, I'm serious.
No, because when I try and get my act together, something always goes wrong. I usually get a spot on the elbow. I gave an award the other night. Mary Tyler Moore was honored as the Woman of the Year by the Hollywood and Radio Television, whatever they were.
Yes.
Which was charming.
International Radio and Television
Right.
Society.
And I had on just a very elegant white chiffon gown with little bows, and I reached over with my boarding house reach, which was so classy. Grace Kelly never does that. The whole bow went right into the coffee, and I was making the award like this. I thought, oh, the poor child is afflicted, you know.
You handled yourself very well.
Didn't I? I did. And all those Japanese names, you know, Jetsu
you had
and
the toughest one of
Kachimuchu.
all.
And I was up there all by myself. It's
These were
so
for the
lonesome.
commercials, were they not?
Yeah.
The best commercials?
They are
That's
so
first.
funny, so wonderful. I didn't notice any of yours represented there, but some of them
They
were.
had their own
amusing.
separate category.
I have to tell you something strange has happened in my life.
Really?
I'm a
Sounds like
daughter
s-
again.
You're
That's
what?
why I'm trying to be very elegant tonight.
You're a daughter again?
Yes, my mother and father have moved to Los Angeles.
Oh,
My
I see what you
father
mean. I couldn't
is-
figure that out.
Is running the Schubert Theater, which
Out
is
here.
terrific because I get lots of freebies. I go in, hello, I'm Mr. Plachette's daughter, boom, right in.
He did that in
Second
New
row
York
center.
all his life, did he not?
Yes, he had the Paramount Theater then. When
And
I
you
was
got to
very
go-
popular, and I haven't had a friend since he lost the theater.
And you get free tickets?
Yes. Would you like to go, sweetheart? You my
I was
best
just
friend?
there. I was
Huh?
just there the other night at the Schubert Theater to see
See Sunshine Boys?
Jack Albertson and Sam Levine and Sunshine Boys.
Oh, it's terrific. I love it. And they're here. And, you know, I had the blonde hair up until about 12 minutes ago.
I know your hair changes frequently when you
Well,
come here. I don't.
I got a letter from somebody who watched your show. It was really very funny. She said, next time you want to change something, move the furniture.
Cruel. That's cruel.
And it's interesting that people who asked me why I did it were always people who had dyed hair. So my final answer turned out to be, well, same reason you did, sweetheart. You know, and they left me alone. They were very sweet.
What difference does it make?
But it doesn't. I mean, it's just fun to fool around. But my mother and father got off the plane with her plant, which she calls mother, which is the mother of all the other little plants that have sprung from it. And she said, Jean, Suzanne's not here. I was standing right in front of her.
And
He
she
said,
didn't
that
know.
blonde broad over there, that's your daughter.
Your mother brought a plant on the plane?
Yes.
Are
Well,
you
they
allowed to-
moved everything. You know, they gave
I didn't
up.
know you could bring plants into California.
Well, it's not a rare exotic thing. It's just a frond. You know, it was a grape ivy.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that without stopping at the border or
I
something.
just put a little avocado dressing
Don't you
on
have
it.
to
She
do
said
that?
it was her salad.
Oh, I see. She gave off eating the plant, and who bothered her?
Mother's strange.
Is your mother a
strange.
little, is
Oh,
that where
yes.
you pick it up?
I beg your pardon.
Is that where you pick up your joie de vivre,
Yes.
your love of life,
Don't
your...
you think I'm a tribute to mental health?
Yes. But
Let's take a poll. I think I'm healthy.
do you follow your mother or father?
Thank you. Thank you. I've got a story to tell you, if I may.
We have nothing
Well,
planned.
you know me as
We're here for the show anyway, you know.
you know me as a nice married lady, right?
Certainly.
And I told you that nothing racy ever happens to me.
Yeah, I never read in the
I
fan
lied.
magazines about some
No,
kind
I
of...
lied. Before I met Tommy,
Did something happen?
there is a man here tonight with whom I was nude. James Garner, and I'm going to tell it to you right here. His wife and his child are here, and I'm going to tell you the truth. We did a picture together, and I did my one and only nude scene.
Are you putting this on?
No, I swear to God. Picture called Mr. Budwing, which you may or may not remember.
I remember
We've
the
chosen
picture.
to forget it. And I had to do this nude scene. I mean, I was covered. I had, well, how do you do it neatly? I had pasties and little briefs. But when you're the only one out there in that costume and everybody's got a turtleneck and, you know, boots and a saddle, and all of a sudden everybody has a light to hold and all the executives come
Yes.
down. Just checking, we want to make sure the budget is right.
Did they really do that?
And, oh, yeah, everybody. They're silly about it. And I was dying. And I will tell you...
What was the scene?
We were husband and wife in bed, and then I'm seen leaving for a later scene where I'm supposed to be nude under a
Right.
coat. So you saw my back. But here's Jimmy Garner, this big rock, this tough guy, who knew that I was in agony. I was dying, and he was so dear and so sweet and so protective that I will love him till the day I die. And I'm sure that's not the story he once told about him, but I'm telling it right here and now.
So that was your own one and only...
My one and only. And then 2 weeks later...
What were you wearing the pasties for? If only your back showed. I mean, if that part wasn't seen anyway, I mean, I don't understand that.
Well, you must understand, when you have as fantastic a body as I do...
Yes.
You have a responsibility to the other people. You don't want... You know, I mean, we're there to conduct business. No, we don't want the crew crazed.
Crazed and
Not so they can't do
animal-like.
their
Of
work,
course, I
you know.
understand it.
But I had these things stuck on, and I couldn't get them off. And I couldn't twirl them either. I mean, if the truth is...
They didn't light up or
No,
anything.
no.
The exotic dancers use those, don't they? Don't they put them
yes,
on
they
with
do.
some kind of adhesive?
Yes, but I think they used Permabond in my case. You've read about it. So, I mean, here it's sexy, right? I mean, this little thing, I figured I could go. I mean, in those days we didn't have topless clubs. But I thought, how am I going to get this off? Because it can't be my life's work to work, you know, with these things. I finally soaked them in the bathtub. Now, this is a glamorous... I'm like this, hanging in the bathtub. And they went boom, boom like that, and I never needed a rubber ducky again. I just let them float.
Just let them float in.
About 3 or 4 weeks.
What a tender, lovely story.
Yeah.
Another secret revealed
Yes,
right here.
Yes, there is a little tiny follow-up
on Hollywood
to this,
Hotline.
If I may just, with all due respect to James, I went to see 2 weeks later Americanization of Emily with a girlfriend of mine in Westwood, and you know how wonderful he was in that. And I'm looking at it like a fan, right? I don't know that I'm an actress. And I thought, oh, isn't he wonderful? Isn't he attractive? Oh, my God, I was in bed with him nude 2 weeks ago. It never had anything to do with the fact that he was there.
Oh,
Now,
well, it's business. It's a professional.
that's right. But, I mean, I will tell you how this all wound up. Nothing provocative and sexy. I am the mother of his godchild, and his wife is one of my closest friends.
Well, that's good. We cleared that up right here on
Yes.
Hollywood Hotline.
That's what we're telling you here. Hi, Lois, sweetheart, darling. He was nothing.
Here you almost were out of the woods on that. We'll take a short break here, and we're going to come back after this commercial, and we're going to talk some more. And do all kinds of things.
And now, Coffee Rich presents that master of magic and good taste, the great Gourmando. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got something that'll do wonders for your taste buds. Coffee Rich. Pour it in coffee to let more coffee flavor come through. Pour it on fruit, blueberries, strawberries. Use it in muffin batter and watch those muffins disappear. Slight miscalculation, my dear. Folks, take it from Ed McMahon. When it comes to taste, Coffee Rich really pours it on.
If you're like most homemakers I know, you've got a cupboard full of Campbell soup. And when you've got a cupboard full of Campbell soup, you've got a cupboard full of recipes for great economy dishes. I like this tuna noodle bake. Campbell's cream of mushroom soup makes it smooth and flavorful. Campbell's kitchen-tested recipe makes it quick and easy. The best way I know to stretch my food budget is to reach into my cupboard for a can of Campbell's soup.
Campbell's makes your cooking
Good.
Hello there. You live alone? If you just joined us, that's the way it goes. What else to say? But we have your friend and your co-partner.
Yes.
Jimmy Garner with us tonight, and Robert Klein and Jack Haley Jr.
That's a terrific lineup.
Yeah, do you ever do a Western? You're from New York, right?
Yes. You know how physical I am.
You're active, aren't you?
No, if I
Not
don't
really?
have, I would prefer to be carried by litter bearers everywhere. I
You
don't like
believe
to
in-
move. No, I don't believe in physical exercise, as you can tell by my body falling apart.
No, come on now.
No, I once took a tennis lesson because we inadvertently bought a house with a court, which we discovered after we'd bought it. And I thought it was decadent not to try.
And you took a lesson.
So I bought all those outfits. I looked like Gussie Moran until I got the racket out. And a very lovely man, came up to give me a lesson, and I did one of those shots. My form was wonderful, and I cut his shin open.
That was the end
And
of
I
the
said, did
tennis?
I do that? He said, no. He said, but I think you ought to zip up your case and never play again. So that was that. And
You
as
don't
for
do that.
horses, I'm terrified of them and have done several westerns. You will see me mount with great authority, and then you'll see a broken human being going, nobody knew he moved! Oh, and they have 17 wranglers holding the horse. If its tail moves, I'll only accept them if I can ride a cab.
But you don't like horses?
No, I did another picture with Jimmy. I was dressed for this one. And I was supposed to have a rig with 2 horses, and they said, just get in and go, yahoo, and then we'll cut, and then the stunt girl will take it and is supposed to ride over Jimmy. And he's got guts, and he's very agile. I went yahoo, and they didn't know they were supposed to cut. And those 2 horses kept going, right at Jimmy. And they rolled, the film kept going, and I became hyperthyroid. My eyeballs were out, and obscenities spewed from, I know you don't think that I'm capable of this.
Of course not, knowing
But
as well as I do.
please to the Lord and obscenity simultaneously. And the wranglers jumped upon the bodies of the horses, and Jimmy rolled out of the way. And that was the last time I've ever been
Did they
involved
keep
with an
that
animal.
spot in with you driving?
No,
That would have been good because
It was out of character, though, because I was supposed to be able to handle that.
horses do the same way. I don't know why.
I also have trouble with guns. When you're supposed to, I always have those heavy parts where you go, all right, baby, and this is it. I'm
And you
always
don't
a
like
tough
guns.
broad. The gun jams, I break my nail, my eyes close when I fire it. Now, Victor Buono and I have
Who was
done...
it told that story one night? Some well-known Western.
Edward G. Robinson.
Yes, Mervyn
Mervyn.
Leroy was on the
Mervyn.
show when they did Little Caesar. And here he's playing the toughest gangster of all times. And every time he would fire the gun, he closed his eyes. And they had a terrible time of getting him to fire this gun without blinking.
Well, I'm not
You do
very
the same
good
thing?
at that. I've done about 5 different pictures with Victor Buono in which we actually played the same people of different nationalities. One time he was Chinese, and we were in Istanbul once, and we're playing the same scene we've played in 6 other films. You're going to give me the jewels, or my dear, I'm going to get, and he's got the white suit on, and I'm playing either Mary Astor or Peter Lawford. I'm not sure which one I was supposed to. Peter Lorre, right. And he's Sidney Greenstreet. And there were Turkish extras, and they're very excited, and they're screaming, and we're having this whole exchange. And 2 Turks fell out of the stands on our heads and attached itself to my hairpiece. And this Turk had my hairpiece hanging from his belt. While Victor and I were saying, and you'll give me the jewels, and I'll go, and we'll do. Very cool.
And your hairpiece is in your...
In the man's belt. And I never knew it.
Maybe you're not
Went
cut
right-
out for this kind of work.
No, I don't think so. I'm really a klutz.
Are you
I'm
accident prone? You mentioned those things happen?
Yes. I fall off curbs. I'm talking to Tommy, but I'm never looking where I'm going. I fell on the couch once while we were reading. Just went.
And fell on the couch.
Just fell right there.
Just came over you, huh?
I told you I wasn't physical.
Was it because
So
of
I
your...
would have no children.
Well, that panics you also, huh? Was it because of your upbringing, being from the city?
Well, in New York, you'll have to learn to move fast, and
Yeah,
you
I
can't be
think so.
sedentary there. I don't think that's actually the reason, but I did have a strange upbringing, because my father had, at that time, the New York Paramount, and in those days, things were lean, when I was a youth. 2-3 years ago.
Of course.
And when my mother couldn't get a babysitter, she would leave me with a house detective at the Hotel Astor in a vacant room till my father closed the theater, and he would babysit for me. You know, he'd get free passes for
The
that.
house dick at the Astor. We
Yeah.
know him well, don't we?
We
Ed?
do, yes.
And they'd go, have you got a broad in that room? He'd say, have I got a broad in this with the bottle in my mouth, you know? And then I'd go to Lindy's when the theater closed, and I'd have my bottle. And
Well,
they'd
that's a
have their
strange
breakfast.
upbringing for a
Yeah.
child.
But I never knew it was strange, and they're so regular, nice, such good people with
Yeah.
such good values that somehow there was a wonderful balance.
Is that why you wanted to be an actress, because you were around it? Or did that ever occur to you at the time?
Well, you know, it's a different field. The variety field really is a different field. You know,
Right.
I saw the great variety performers. I mean, the first time I ever went on stage, I was 3 years old, and the Andrews Sisters were playing at the Paramount, and Patty was ill. So Maxine and Laverne took me on stage, and I loved it. They couldn't get me off. You saw this hook, which was my father's arm, pulling me off by the diapers. But that was my first taste of it. It felt comfortable. I think that some of the most wonderful people I know are in this business. You know, people tend to say actors are children, and I think they have more responsibility than many people in large corporations.
But we are childlike. That's true. A lot
Well-
of entertainers are childlike.
I think that we're willing to express emotion and show emotion. In that respect, we're purer. You know, I don't think we're so insulated. But I don't think that's childlike. I think that's wonderful, and I wish everybody could be like that.
I've never been called pure before. It's kind of nice.
Maybe I better reconsider that.
Yes, there are exceptions to every rule, aren't there? All right, I'm going to sell something. Then we'll bring Jim out and get his version of this sordid affair that you had.
Smooth.
Maybe you should take one
Class.
before you sell it.
See, this is very important how you do this. The way you audition for this job, you must bring up the arm very carefully and place the elbow on the desk. Lots of people are not able to do this.
But you're holding it upside down.
Oh, excuse me. Kind of work. And then you keep it in close to display the product at all times. Then you get clever things to say like, stay with us. Or we'll be right back after this commercial. We have a word from Excedrin. Then you can see here.
What do you take for pain? If you take common aspirin tablets, let me tell you something. I think my pain reliever works better than your pain reliever. And there were 2 important medical studies on pain other than headache where it did. One at a leading university, the other at a major hospital. In these studies, what I take for pain worked better than what you take, if what you take is common aspirin. What do I take? Excedrin, the extra strength pain reliever. When you're in pain, try Excedrin and see if you still think your pain reliever works as well as mine.
If your child's cold sounds like this, you're probably just giving him aspirin. But aspirin alone can't help sniffles. That's why Congesperin, the children's cold tablet, combines children's aspirin plus a decongestant to help clear stuffiness and sniffles. Congesperin, it helps more than aspirin because it is more than aspirin. Hear how it works?
As you mentioned, Jim Garner is a fine actor. He's done a lot of different kind of roles, from light comedy to straight acting, and he will be starring in an NBC pilot called The Rockford Files, which will be March 27th. When will that be? That's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah.
March 27th? That's Wednesday.
See, he yells from back there, too.
You see, everybody yells before they get on. Wednesday at 8:30, right, Jim?
Something like that.
Would you welcome James Garner? What do you mean something like that? It's at 8:30. Yeah.
Is it 8? 8 or 8:30? I don't know,
have it
John.
right
I really
here.
don't.
They wrote it down for me. 8:30 p.m., March 27th.
How about that? It's 8:30. That's
a
Wednesday.
Wednesday. That's right, and that will be on right on our net.
How are you, Ding?
Fine, sweetheart. You look good dressed, too.
Thank you. She never lets me play with the rubber duckies.
Now, was her version of this this tryst? Well, that's not the right word for it. This movie you made together a fairly accurate description of the...
Fairly close. Actually, she wasn't altogether nude. We had this... we won't go through the bedroom scene.
Yes.
But we were out on the Queensboro Bridge. She was really wearing a trench coat over it. She just flashed a little, you know.
Your apartment was right near there. Remember?
Yes, I know the location well.
It was 5 degrees below zero.
Was this scene?
Yeah. And I must say, this poor girl, and I was so kind to her. I said, why don't you get in the back of the limousine? We didn't have any dressing rooms or anything. Back of the limousine, and we'll keep you warm, you know.
Always the gentleman that you are.
Oh, always been a gentleman, and I'm very, very concerned about the actress, you know.
Of course.
I tried my best to keep her warm. I've got bruises, scars, everything.
Well, you've had your career, though, in the pictures you've made, there have been several scenes that have been... Well, it almost sounds passé nowadays because of the...
What are you trying to say, John?
Bedroom scenes, a characterization of Emily. Americanization.
Americanization of Emily, yeah. We had 3 nude girls in
true.
that picture. That was one of the first.
And that's really almost passé now with what they're doing in motion pictures.
Oh, it was a big thing then. Oh, they made such a... they had a snit about that, you know, until they saw the film. And they said, well, that wasn't bad. You know, what was wrong with that? It was done in very good taste.
Yes, it was.
I liked it.
You see, everybody thinks that's very glamorous, but as you know, with all of those the cameras and the people and the technicians and the directors and everything, that's got to be a strange...
You can imagine what Suzanne went through, 5 degrees below zero, with traffic going along the Queensboro Bridge, and the poor girl's out there with a trench coat and whatever else you had under there, which was very, very little.
Yeah.
They had 3 tugboats run into the bridge that day. But other than that, it was not, but it's not, you know, it's not all that glamorous at times.
Let's talk about this series. Well, this projected series, is it not? The Rockford Files?
Projected series, yeah. We may or may not.
Well, you had a long run in Maverick. You had a long run in Maverick.
They
How many
may
years?
be picked up, they may not. You never know when you make them. Look at you, John. Nobody had any idea you'd still be here. Did I say something wrong?
No, that's true. No, when you start a show, if you can look ahead 5 years, 3 years, and say, I'll be doing that show 3 years from now, that you wouldn't even think about it.
I look ahead for 3 days. If I figure if I'm still doing it in 3 days, I got it made.
Did you get antsy? Did you want to do something? Is that it?
I think that's what it is. I get tired of loafing, you know. When you finish a picture, and I always figure I'm in between job. That's singular. I mean, you never know if you're ever going to get another job. I know so many actors. Henry Fonda's that way. Henry Fonda feels like...
He's always doing something.
I mean, he hasn't been doing it long now, folks. Something like... he's about 50 years. And
if he's not working, he'll do a play or something. He'll go on the road in stock.
But I couldn't find anything I really wanted to do, and I was approached by Roy Huggins, who did the Maverick series with me. And he had a good idea for a series, and we did it, and I like it.
Somebody once said that many actors don't get depressed when they're not working, but when they're working, because everything seems to be going so well. You know, when everything's going real well, a lot of people say, hey, it's all going too well.
Yeah, no, when I'm working, I look better, I think. I feel better. I want to get up in the morning. The alarm clock never goes off. I mean, I don't care if it's 5:30 in the morning, I'll beat it up by 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm anxious to go to work.
Is that series still playing, obviously playing somewhere on reruns, Maverick, is it not?
I don't know, John. I don't get residuals.
You don't?
No. That was before residuals. I'm the only actor that ever did a television series for 3 years, and it cost me $8,000. Oh, I'm a good businessman, too.
You must have my Bert Bushkin.
Yes.
Bombastic Bushkin line.
Bombastic Bushkin.
They call him in the trade.
No, I don't know. I understand. People tell me they see it occasionally, but I don't. I've never seen it.
They had you now. This happens, right? They talk about typecasting. Somebody does a picture that's successful. You played a lot of roles where you played officers, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or the young...
Yeah. The first thing I ever did.
JG, and so forth.
First thing I ever did was a Cheyenne episode, and I was the irate lieutenant.
Right.
You always got to have an irate lieutenant if you Yeah, if you're doing a cavalry or army or something. I mean, how can a hero look smart if you don't have somebody dumb?
So you played the second Louis
I
voice.
played the dumb guy. Yeah. You know, you got to go by the book. Well, everybody knows that no hero goes by the book, right? And I got to be the irate lieutenant. I was good at it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was
Did
dumb.
You like those roles, huh?
Typecasting. And then I graduated to the other guy.
That's right. Well, then you were the lead.
That was all.
And they got another guy who played the dumb.
Yeah, I like those guys. That I got to look more superior than.
Is there any role that you haven't done or you turned down in your career that you wish you'd have done?
No, I don't think so.
No, that's going to go nowhere.
Well,
is there any role that you took that you wish you hadn't?
I've only played one.
Is there any
really
role that somebody
bad
else
guy?
took that you wish you'd done? Is there a role
Just
I could
name
do
any
that
of
you
them.
wish?
I always took the wrong one, John. No, I don't know. I'm not the type of actor who, I don't want to do King Lear. I don't want to do, Shakespeare or any of those. I do like to work, though. I like to keep busy. It's like somebody said, why are you going back into television, Gee, me, why not? I'm an actor.
Yeah.
I'm an actor, and that's my business, and as long as I can keep working, I don't care. It's like people pick on commercials. It's really bad. I remember years
You mean
ago.
because actors do commercials?
Because actors do commercials. They say, he's out of work. He can't get a job. Baloney, folks.
Have you seen Sir Lawrence Olivier standing around
right.
waiting for
Right.
his picture to develop?
You're right. And
I say, it should be
ain't
coming
hurting
along
for
any
work.
minute now. And he's...
When you're an actor, I think you should do everything, and I wouldn't be adverse to doing a commercial. I think that that's our business. If we should.
See, but you got to fit the commercial to the actor.
Yeah, but
You don't look like the $1.98 upset stomach type. You got to get you something that matches.
Who do you need, John?
Very good.
I'm the before. Years ago there was a thing. If you were on Broadway, and some actor on Broadway would go to Hollywood and they say, he's sold out, he's gone to Hollywood, They looked down upon going to do motion pictures.
They did for a while, but...
Yeah, but then it came the motion picture actor, he's doing television. They looked down on it, right? Not so anymore. And it's the same thing with commercials, and it won't be long till
you have Helen Hayes doing a television special now, which I'm sure she wouldn't have thought of some years ago.
The medium's grown. I mean, when you think that if you really want to put it where it is, there's more money spent making television commercials than motion pictures and television shows together. And folks, we ain't in it for the fun.
Oh, certainly you are.
Oh, of course we are.
Yeah, you did some singing and dancing on a couple of shows you were in, did you?
One of the best, John.
What, didn't you do a couple of specials where they had you singing and...
Yeah, years ago I did one with Bing Crosby, and I did a couple of dinosaur shows. The legs went, John.
The legs locked on. Legs locked, and that was...
Late and the wind.
You hardly ever see him on point anymore.
No, hardly ever. I can't even get my... She's dancing. Dancing is not my thing. No, I found that out. When you go in front of about 30 million people and you're a klutz, it's bad. It's bad. I can't put one foot in front of the other.
Let me sell something here.
Okay.
Back, hold up. Oh, that's it right here. You have an interesting shampoo you use, don't you?
Yes,
Your hair.
that may be it.
Here's some news about hair color that's better than natural. Color Silk by Revlon.
At 9, Lauren's hair was brown. Innocent, ordinary brown. Lauren's not 9 anymore. She's not innocent, not ordinary. Her hair's not even brown anymore. She uses Revlon Color Silk and gets better than natural color. Color with some kick and extra conditioners for a show-off shine. Color Silk.
It's a whole lot better than natural.
With Color Silk, you get better than natural color. Color Silk hair color from Revlon. Beautiful.
There's always something to raise an eyebrow about.
They are. They aren't. They did.
Now you can raise the perfect eyebrow with Perfect Brow, Revlon's brand new brow color that shapes and fills in perfectly by darkening or lightening each hair. Looks more natural than a pencil. It's smudge-proof and waterproof, too. So the next time you raise an eyebrow,
She said, what?
why not raise the Perfect Brow? New Perfect Brow from Revlon. Beautiful.
Bob Klein is with us tonight. He is currently appearing here in Los Angeles, the Troubadour. And he'll be down there. Isn't that where the Smothers Brothers just were? And John Lennon was there, and there was a big fiasco? Well, maybe he knows something about that. But his last record album, he premiered on The Tonight Show. It was a big bestseller. And this is his second album called Mind Over Matter, which I think he's going to do a piece of material from this album. Would you welcome, please, Bob Klein.
Good evening. Thank you. You were talking about heroes, and I've been playing so many of the universities and colleges, you know, and desperately in search of heroes. Really, they don't know who's the hero anymore. And they're still trying to use the same gambit on the football leagues to use the football players. Athletes are a major source of heroes for us. It's about the only pool we have at the moment. Politicians are kind of on the low ebb at the moment. And, you know, they have them do these kind of ludicrous anti-drug commercials that the kids don't believe. They're very corny, obligatory. Hello, I'm a tight end. I do not turn on. Thank you. I'm wide receiver Clack Clackman. I shoot up on the field. Ah! Sure you do, Clack. Everybody behaves on the sidelines like, get him, get him, get him, get him. It's a very odd characteristic to much of the behavior. You know, I read in the paper that Mickey Mantle, a childhood idol of mine, was the second most credible athlete in America. That is, that people would see Mickey selling a product and believe him. And, you know, I was thinking about it. I don't think he's that well-rounded to be a hero. He's great. When I was 8 years old, I lived a mile from Yankee Stadium, and I love you, Mickey. You know, I'm sorry, your knees hurt. You know, I could take the pain, you know, I wish I could. You know. But I'm 32 now, and I have other priorities. Mickey is not that much happening. He's not dumb, but did you ever see him on the Brute commercial? He had 3 words to say. I like Brute. I had to take one word at a time. Cut Mickey, great. He's good, you know what I mean? But he's not complete. He's, you know, Willie Mays, one of the greatest of all time. 22 years of thrills, not that much happening. We like to feel good and smell good and, Chris Schenkel talks about Arnold Palmer sometimes like he was a religious figure. I mean, he's a hero of sorts, but, you know, all this great superlatives, all from pulled it with courage on the 13th hole by and into a win. What a man, what a putter, what a millionaire. What a man, what a pilot, what a man. I mean, Joe Namath, who happens to be a very personable guy, right? A great football player, but that sex thing, they never stop with Joe. You know, I mean, every girl in America, Joe, every commercial, watch Joe get creamed, Joe. And every product becomes a sexual innuendo. Nothing I like better than hot buttered popcorn and 12 nymphomaniacs anytime. Everything is always, there's always a suggestion of something, you know. Meanwhile, a true American hero, Dr. Jonas Salk, can he get a girl? I'm not sure. There's not that many scientist groupies hanging around the laboratory waiting for Dr. Salk, I love you. You know, it just doesn't happen. I saw Gerald Ford's inaugural, and I don't think he's the hero. I see before me America. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have minded that sort of dull speech, but it was December, and you're not supposed to have the vice president in December. It's supposed to be in January. I looked at my calendar, and no one was saying anything about it. They were all smiling. It's a great event, you know. How about a little more candor about why we were there to begin with? You know, I'm here today because the last guy was a crook. How about just... I'm a mediocre man, not that much happening, but the last guy was a felon. Just let us remind ourselves. Classy guy, Ag, right? Here's 1,400 and a turkey, Ted. Merry Christmas for you. I haven't heard him apologize lately. I saw him serving a sentence last week in Palm Springs. I don't want to kick a guy when he's down. It's quite a chain gang. Hey! Harford! It's quite a toughie. That's the guy who went around the law with the law and order. And there's too much permissiveness. He said, permissive people are committing crimes and getting away with it. Permissive. My Lord, permissive. All I know is if I get caught holding up a bank, I'll go, hey, you got me there. Fair and simple. I'll take the Agnew punishment, please. If I can just get the Agnew sentencing, thank you. According to my calculation, you owe me 60 days. Here, I'll take it. Here's the way out here. Thank you very much. You know who's a public figure that gets no applause at all, in this time when people in government seem to be so? Neil Armstrong. He is a hero that didn't get nearly the praise he deserves. Not only for his courage, because those guys never took a chance, but he did, went on the moon and all that. But how about the integrity? Do you realize in this age of this kind of dishonesty what that man could have made from being the first man on the moon? I mean, a little backstage deal, and he sets himself up for 26 lifetimes, puts his foot on the moon and goes, Coca-Cola! A giant step for mankind.
It's like a catharsis, isn't it?
Yeah,
Got to get it out. It builds up to a full head, and pretty soon a little smoke starts coming out of your ears, and you got to say those things.
There are a lot of young people out watching a lot of what's going on, and hey, black is white and white is black suddenly. You know?
Yeah.
They have to have things straightened out for them.
You mentioned the astronauts. Somebody did it one time, as you know. I don't know which mission it was, and I don't think the astronauts were personally involved, but remember they sent up the stamps?
That's right.
Something like 10,000 stamps from the moon or something, and somebody was going to distribute them.
Right.
So I guess everybody, when they get in a position.
That's good, a chicken feed, though, compared to what the guy, you know, what are they going to do? Say, come down here, you're under arrest, you know. They really had him over a barrel. Also Buick, also, you know. I'm sure Agnew would not have that proportion of
Had
class.
it made right there.
He would sell out far more chip. He'd put his foot in the moon and go, Sam's Tailor Shop, Baltimore. Deep press, you wait. Good crab cakes, too.
Well,
thanks, Ted.
We'll take a short break here while the lawyers work on this, and we'll be right back after this message you mentioned.
Do you mind if I talk to you about diarrhea? I just want to say 2 words about it. Pepto-Bismol. Pepto-Bismol controls common diarrhea. It relieves that misery and the nausea that you can get along with it. Pepto-Bismol coats, soothes, it protects. It relieves that nausea. Makes you feel an awful lot better. Next time you get common diarrhea, you'll thank me for the Pepto-Bismol.
When you say Budweiser.
There are maybe 6 million skiers in America, but only a handful who can do it like this. Being really good at anything has never been easy. The Budweiser people understand that, too. They're making sure that caring isn't just a memory.
When you say Budweiser, you've said it all.
I was just looking over some of the titles of the things you have in here. Jacques Cousteau.
I'm just making a noise with my straw here. I'm sorry, that's like a childhood thing. You know. Don't play with your soda. Remember that?
No, I remember when you used to try to blow the outside thing on the ceiling.
Well, this is the kind of thing you never get away with.
Do you remember the wrapper, and you'd crimp the wrapper and then sail clear across the room and hit little Rebecca So-and-so right square in the eye. Great after high school. That's one of your favorites, is Jacques Cousteau.
Yes, he is a marvelous...
Marvelous man.
Yes, the thing that's about it is mostly the illusion, though. You know, they show you an hour. It's such a great show, really. But you don't know it took 6 boring months to make that 1 hour with these 22 angry, horny Frenchmen on that ship. Tempers get crazy with switchblades. I kill you, Marcel! That's my sea chest. They got very...
Stay away from that penguin. That is mine, you know.
The Walrus Otto is yours, you know. I got crazy. It is wonderful. But his voiceover is...
He gets very personally involved with things.
Right. The sea is a personal experience to him, you know. He invented scuba, you know.
He did?
Yeah, he invented it during the war.
Era.
And the sea, I mean, he and Thor Heyerdahl, both the guy who wrote Kon-Tiki, they even go the most remote parts of the Pacific and they'll find a Tootsie Roll wrapper. You know, there's a sign of civilization everywhere now.
Even the Antarctica, they say.
Yeah, we are everywhere. We have been doing the naughty things.
Have you opened the Troubadour yet, or are you there
Tonight?
now? Tonight is the opening.
Tonight is the opening, and I'm happy to be in Los Angeles, which is a big city. This is a kind of small tour for me, and it's nice to be in a place with this many friends. I'm from New York, you know, and you can get something to eat at 4 in the morning, get off of work. If you're hungry in Valparaiso, Indiana at 4 in the morning, you eat your arm, Johnny.
They don't stay open late there, do
Not
they?
two.
for
There's a
snacks?
little private hamburger stand, not a chain, with an old man in a paper hat and tattoos and no teeth. How do you like them? Check, please. You know, you fade. Or there's a string of very sweet all-night pancake houses. You have them a lot here. They're good, but it's just what your body needs at 5 in the morning. You have the blueberry pancakes going to insulin shock. You get a grip on your neck here from the sugar and the calcium propionate and the gum arabic and your maple syrup can really drive you up a wall.
That's right. You ever read those things that are on products nowadays?
Oh, you don't want to see those. So this is sort of a good stop. Also, the Trube is a good room, and my album just busted, and I haven't been on the show in a while.
That's right.
Yeah. I miss it. I sort of, it makes me fresh, and I think really delighted to be on.
Yeah.
And, everybody sees it. Everybody's always asking me questions. They don't know about the show. They see it. It gets into their houses. It's a weird thing.
Yeah. You just played which is interesting to me, the Air Force Academy.
Yeah.
Now, military things are quite well structured, and discipline and so forth. Now, how do they react to what you were talking about, especially when you get into the topical, the political areas and so forth?
The older ones were really regular guys. They were trying to be as much as you can in the context of epaulets, and a steel thing in your back. It's strict. It's tough for them. I think the younger kids, I did 2 shows with Helen Reddy, and they were more a little, prepare to laugh, laugh, very much together. It was very little rowdyism, actually.
Oh, they're not too rowdy at the academy.
No, but I was talking to this kid. They were very kind to me and the cadre and all that, and they were nice. And we were easy to spot. The musicians came high, and they were fiddling with the Isaac Newton hair. They looked much out of place. They were very kind and nice. I did talk philosophically with this boy. I saw a young 4th classman being hazed. And I said, now, what's that for? I cannot see how, who are you, you stupid idiot? I'm 4th classman Harold. That sort of nonsensical making them eat like this is going to really make them better soldiers later.
Yeah, they've done away, I think, a good deal with
a lot
at
of
West
it,
Point. They're trying to phase it out because it's masochistic, really, in a way.
Yeah. Most of the times, I play a lot of colleges. You have a dressing room off the gymnasium with very show business atmosphere, lights, and do not dribble excessively. Desire is half the game.
We've all played those, yeah.
And I think they're
all
really...
the little lockers, all the little metal lockers.
Yeah, it's very, very institutional. And, of course, everything in the school has to serve 2 purposes. It's also a shuffleboard court with a bench. I think that college kids get ripped off a lot from it. I don't think show business people have, in the main, been very nice. A lot of rock acts are known to be unreliable the night of the concert. Where are the amplifiers? There's a roadie here. As a kid. He's hallucinating. He thinks he's Abraham Lincoln. There's a kid who just drove a truck with equipment from Oregon to Chicago in 2 hours. And he can't deal with him. He's setting up electric. And I saw I won't mention the name because I happen to think this man is a fine composer, singer, but he was playing this college in North Carolina, and he was getting drunk with his band before the concert, and he was sort of breaking bottles brazenly against the wall, and the college kids are in absolute awe of this singing star, and they figure, it must be cool if he's doing it, they're just kind of looking at it.
Yeah.
And it was a sad thing.
It doesn't take many of them to put a real bad taste in the people who have to follow them. And a lot of the colleges gave up a lot of the concerts because there were a number of people who just would never show. They made a hit record, and all of a sudden it's show business, and they would show an hour late and charge exorbitant prices, and it really hurt a lot of the groups that are trying to go out and play the music. It's too bad.
They're just a lot of poor discipline. One of the ones I met, a sort of idol, Chuck Berry, the musician. For years, a great rock and roller, influenced the Beatles so much. Did, I think, some show here, Helen Reddy's show this summer, and I was introduced, and in this age of fraud, I didn't know what to expect meeting Chuck Berry, but we were introduced, and he was really like Chuck Berry. I said, how do you do? And he said, far out! It was so perfect for Chuck Berry to say, he would have absolutely floored me if he had said something like, hi, Bob, this Watergate thing has gotten me up a tree, frankly. I was wondering.
Far out!
But he said, far out. He was just perfect. And
fit the image. Let me interrupt a second here, and we'll be right back. Here's Ed, and I see he's got himself a new car. Here he is now.
If you're used to driving a big, comfortable car, maybe you should consider driving a smaller, comfortable car. Take a look at this. The American Motors Matador. Matador has plenty of room like a big car. but it's also easy on gas, like an economy car. You see, Matador comes standard with a gas-saving 6, and it's backed by the exclusive AMC Buyer Protection Plan. And oh yes, this Matador has one other rather economical feature: the price.
Most car dealers tell you they stand behind what they sell. American Motors dealers let their customers tell you.
Well, I first heard about the buyer protection plan on television, and I thought, what a bunch of baloney. I didn't believe it. But I found out it was true, that they really do take care of the cars. They fixed it, no hassles. They were very pleasant to me. The people at the dealership was the mechanics and them. They were really good.
AMC Dealers, where you get a good deal and a good deal more.
Jack Healy Jr. is with us tonight, and he will be he's the producer of the 46th Annual Academy Awards show, which will be sent on NBC next Tuesday, April the 2nd, and he also produced, directed, and wrote a film dealing with the best of MGM's musicals entitled That's Entertainment, and will be out in early May. Would you welcome Jack Healy Jr.? Good to see you again. Why do you take on a job like this? Don't you find when you produce a show that's has to do the entertainment business, you end up not trying to, you can't please everybody. Somebody says, why did you do that? Why didn't you have him? Why wasn't I on the show? That's not right. I don't like the lighting. I mean, you're dealing with all these people with all of their egos.
Well, I was caught in a weak moment. It was early in the morning, and Howard Koch called, and then Walter Mirisch called and said, listen, really, you got to do the show. And I said, sure. Now that I'm into it, I don't know if I made the right decision. But I think that all of us take a great deal out of the business, and occasionally we should put something back in.
Yeah. Do you have those problems? Have there been in the past on the Academy Awards? We're going to show some of the little pieces of filming where things have happened. Have you had any real embarrassing things that the people didn't know about? I know we have had on the Emmy Award show, which I've done the past few years.
Yeah, well,
presenters have been, let us say, indisposed at the last minute. They've been bombed, actually, is what it is. And you say, well, so-and-so, and you don't ever say anything, but that does happen. People get a little bit nervous.
The kind of funny games go on about people who don't want to come on the awards, but they don't want to tell you that they're not going to be on until the balloting is over. Or someone says, well, I can't be there. That's just impossible. I'm working in a picture. And you find out there is no picture shooting that person is on. However, they'd say, by the way, here's who I'd like to have pick up the award for me in case I win. So I was talking to Candy Bergen about it, and she's urged me to write something about it afterwards called Inside Oscar, or Is Bel Air Burning? And I'm seriously toying with the idea, because it is outrageous what goes on.
I was watching some of these film clips this afternoon, which is nostalgia time, because a lot of the people are no longer around. When is this first film clip of this Oscar?
Well,
I guess late 30s or something like that.
Well, no, this is a sort of taken and
it's a montage of lots of different years?
It just took a piece of music and you sort of see a capsule version of all of the awards since 1927.
I'd watch the monitors in the studio and see how many of these people you can or cannot recognize. This is fascinating. Some of those people in the early clips look like absolute kids, didn't they? But now you're talking about from back in the early 30s.
That's from 1927.
From 1927, some of those? Fascinating. All right, we're going to do this. Now we've got a couple of small little goofs, nothing monumental, but
Jim's
the things
one
that
of them, you know.
I am.
Jim isn't one of those. Yeah, that's right. You are.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, or something. We'll show you that right after this. But he's fully dressed.
For Helen Keller, greatness began quietly as the breeze in the honeysuckle of her Alabama birthplace. But her fame was worldwide, and when Sears painted her home, they gave their best, easy living paint. Sears' first flat-finish walnut woodwork latex that cleans like enamel. In every room, ordinary household dirt won't penetrate Easy Living Paint's tough surface, which makes even this much-visited home easier to clean. Sears Easy Living Paint for great American homes like yours.
This is one time when you want things to be perfect. Hormel makes Cure 81 hams only one way, dependable. You made everything just so. So we made Cure 81 lean and tender. Everyone's counting on you to make the day. You can count on Cure 81 to be flavorful. Each Cure 81 earns its registration number by passing 17 Hormel inspections. You earn the praise each time you serve it. Dependable Cure 81 hams.
Now we have for you some little film clips which will run fairly close together here. They're kind of self-explanatory. These are the little things that happen.
The little boo-boos that
give a little life and spirit to these functions. Watch the monitor. See, this is live television when you do these things, and that's what makes these shows, half of them, are the things that do happen, and you can't cut out of the tape, and there they are for all time. We have another one here. I don't know which this one is.
This is a case of a presenter not being there, also two people accepting.
One here of the complete wrong category. Is this...
I'm not sure what's going on now.
We'll go ahead and roll it and we'll find out.
I think this is presenter doesn't show up.
Yeah, this could be Steve Allen and Jane Meadows as the presenters, or... All right, I guess we ran out of time. We can't show the other one. We had the one more. I can tell you that Sammy was up reading the best song and went through all the nominees and said the winner is so-and-so for Tom Jones. And he hadn't even mentioned Tom Jones. Somebody had given him the wrong envelope. It was a complete wrong category.
It's the only time in the history of the Oscars ever, and it happened to happen to Sammy Davis.
And there's not much you can do about that.
Wait till the NAACP.
Right. Then he pulled back. Has anybody ever come up and... Didn't somebody take a fall one year?
Yeah, well, we have a whole bunch of film that... I'm only showing you little pieces here, but in the opening of the show, we have people going the wrong way, stumbling, falling, whatever.
They always tell them usually before the show, or at least they do on the Emmys. Now, when you receive the award, you exit to your right. You got that. Now, here are these people, all professional entertainers. You leave the stage from your right. They come up and grab the award and walk right into the curtain, or they go off to the left, or they go back to their seat. Doesn't seem to make any difference how many times you...
I love it because sound men, you know, we have the best equipment in the world in Hollywood. Sound men don't believe that the mic works. They all bend over. Oh, thank you very much. You would think those people of all would know that those mics are hot and will work.
It's true, but they always kind of lean into them, don't they? All right, we'll be right back.
Legs introduces sheer energy, our completely new pantyhose with all-day massage.
When you're walking, they're massaging sheer energy.
Make your legs feel more energetic. Our new spring knit yarn is so springy, it massages all the way up your legs.
When you're dancing,
they're refreshing.
Sheer energy.
$2.99 at the Legs Boutique.
This is General Electric's king-size toaster oven. It's more than just a toaster. It lets you do a lot of things fast, like automatically toasting 4 slices of bread in less than 2.5 minutes, or top browning 4 cheese sandwiches, or 35 party snacks, like baking 6 potatoes, or eggplant parmesan, or a frozen dinner. The toaster oven from General Electric. In king-size or regular, it's more than just a toaster, and it's fast.
Well, as usual, Jack, I suppose, frankly, everybody in the country will be watching as they usually do. The Oscars next Tuesday night. That's April 2nd on NBC, and that's at what time? Well, check your local paper.
We start early in the morning rehearsing.
And if you don't have a local paper,
That's
phone
rehearsed?
somebody.
It really is rehearsed.
Just the numbers, and they put out in the audience, they put names of where people are going to be sitting. It's weird to look out at an empty theater, except you
see these names on them?
Right. Jimmy Stewart over there and Paul Newman over there.
Good. Look forward to seeing it. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, James. Thank you, Suzanne. Tomorrow night, are these the people coming up this week, or not in any particular order?
You have 2 slides.
Oh, tomorrow night, George Peppard, Leslie Uggams, Richard Lewis, and Dr. Lennon Smith. And coming up, we have Carl Reiner, Joanna Cassidy, Orson Bean, Roger Moore, Bob Hope, Roy Clark, Rich Little. Lots of them. Thank you.